We welcome Coach Frost and Nicole Schimmel and teammate Kelly Pack. And, yeah. And Brad, you don't mind opening the statement, then we'll have questions for Nicole and Kelly.
Well, just really happy with how our team played here tonight. Just they were on the puck and taking away time and space. Obviously, getting a few past Matty Rooney is a difficult task, but the team just stuck with it and kept doing what we wanted them to do, and really played our game tonight, and that was fun to watch. Obviously, our seniors came through pretty big here tonight, and with their experience with Nicole and Kelly, and 3 of the 4 goals. But overall, just really excited to be advancing, and looking forward to tomorrow.
Questions for the players?
How did it feel to score 2 goals in a game that you were on the line? I think your season could potentially be on the line, and then you came up big.
Yeah, it's always great to put a few in the net, but I think overall our team just played really well, and getting pucks to the net was our goal, playing against a goalie like Rooney, so it's nice to get a few.
How were you able to respond after allowing the first goal in the first period?
I think we knew we were playing really well, so we just wanted to stick with it and keep doing and playing our game.
Kelly, I thought your back pressure as a team was much better today. Is this something you worked on over the 2 weeks that you were out?
I think it just goes into knowing how well they transition, and they have a ton of speed, and they have some really crafty players. So we knew that we had to help our defense out, and I think you saw that just with the relentless back pressure and organization coming back to pucks in the D zone.
How did it feel to score against your Olympic roommate?
Felt good. I mean, it always feels good to score. I think more than anything, just in that moment, to be able to kind of get us back to even and be able to push forward was the biggest thing there.
Was it a little bittersweet? Did you?
No.
Give each other a
No, it wasn't bittersweet.
So Nicole, do you work on that 200-foot shot at the empty net, or?
Yeah, actually sometimes. Kelly and I like to practice shooting them all the way down the ice. You never really expect to get a shot like that in a game, but it's fun to practice it, yeah.
Nicole, did you guys feel like you had your legs under you a little bit better than they did? It seems like the ice was on tilt for a lot of the game.
Yeah, I think going into this game, we knew we wanted to have relentless pressure on the puck, and having a weekend off, we really got our legs underneath us and came in fresh, so we were just moving our feet and pressuring the puck the best we could.
Kelly, key abs are quick after they got the lead. I think it was like 5 or 6 minutes. Is that something you felt as a team you needed to get even as fast as you could?
I don't know if it was as fast as we could. We just knew we wanted to get one before the period, I think. Obviously, we felt really confident in how we were playing up to that point, and if we wouldn't have gotten a goal, we would have tried to get one in the second. So, yeah, I think more than anything, it was just knowing that we had to score one to win the game in general, and then when they scored the first one, just getting it back.
And Nicole, it looked like you hesitated a little bit before you unleashed your shot on the goal to make it 2-1. Is that something you were trying to just maybe freeze her a little bit, or what was your thought process?
Yeah, I was actually looking to pass right away, and I saw their D cheat over to Wente, so tried to change the angle on Rooney. That's something that we've been talking about this week, how good of a goaltender she is to change the angle, so changed the angle and shot the puck.
Kelly, you have played a lot of 1-goal games against them this year. They kind of give you a hard time. You always seem to come away with the win early, but what was the difference in this game as opposed to some of the previous ones earlier in the season, you think?
I'm not sure. I just think our team played really well for 60 minutes, and I think after the first period being tied and after the second having a 2-goal lead was awesome, but we also knew that if they get one, like they're in this game, and we wanted to extend that lead, keep playing how we're playing, but knowing that they're such a dangerous team, and we wanted to make sure that, like you said, in past games they've been able to come back, but we kept them in the game. We really just shut the door on them.
You know she's tough to score against, but after a period, as you look and say shots are 17-1 and it's 1-1, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, in some games, like the way we're trying to shoot, we're looking for a lot of rebounds, so that looks like a lot of it. But we had the puck a lot too, which I think you can look at it that way. And she's a good goalie, and I think your chances are going to be higher to score if you have more shots. So it was kind of a balance thing. You know, the game's still tied, but we also just did get 17 shots and had a great period. Let's keep it going.
Any more questions from the players? Thanks, lady.
Brad, obviously there was still a lot of hockey play at that point, but what's the feeling when there's one shot on the board and one goal?
Yeah, I mean, it's as Kelly said, you got to score more to win at least, and we've been a team that's been able to score a number of goals this year. So you don't want to be tied 1-1 when it's shots are 17-1, but just trusted in how our team was playing, and they just believed that more were going to come, and defensively we could do some things with our back pressure, our stick position, and deflecting and denying shots on goal.
Talk a little bit about the advantage having that week off. Do you walk a fine line between the rest and being rusty and needing to get your feet going?
For sure, because if we lost tonight, it would have been because of the weekend off. I mean, it's when we talked before, right? If you have the weekend off, then as a coach, it's absolutely we want the weekend off, and if you don't have the weekend off and you're playing well, geez, we just love riding the momentum. I mean, let's be honest. But I was really happy with how our team came out, because it's been 2 weeks since we played, and at times there is a natural kind of get your legs under you a little bit. But we actually focused on the first 10 and just said, let's get our feet going, let's get things deep and see what we can do.
Also, was the fact that they played you tough all year a factor for your guys' incentive? I mean, because you certainly didn't like motivation.
Well, yeah, exactly, and certainly weren't going to take these guys lightly. I mean, they've been tremendous against us. Gabby Hughes has been just a killer against us, and has done a great job this year. And their whole team, I know they've had some losses maybe that they shouldn't have, and they've been a little up and down, but in general, playing us, it's been a great matchup.
Brad, was this as maybe a complete a game as you've seen them play, especially with the way the shot totals kind of came out the way they did?
Yeah, I just felt like we played an excellent hockey game here tonight. Weren't perfect and made a few mistakes, but we know that those are happening all the time. But just a real complete hockey game, and that it was for the full 60 minutes. Sometimes you can say, well, we had a dip for 10 minutes there, but just really felt like our team was in control for all of it.
Did you have a sense that the players were ready to elevate their game now that there's more on the line?
Yeah, I think just as you get into playoffs, we've got some players who won national championships, and winning the league obviously was a big thing for us a couple weeks ago, and a lot of our players won the final face-off last year, and so it's just you get into this 2-game tournament and you want to perform well, and they did that tonight.
6 games against them, the only one you lost was the one you scored first. Why is this matchup so different than like Wisconsin or Ohio State, where that first goal was so big?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, certainly goals are at a premium when we play Wisconsin, both ways, and both us and Duluth I think we're similar with our speed and our offensive gifts, and so I just think a lot more offense is portrayed when our two teams play, and when that happens, there's obviously a lot more opportunity for pucks to go in and out.
What did you think of the crowd tonight, even though it was technically a neutral site game, but this is your home rink?
Well, I was excited to see that many people. I don't know if they were majority were cheering for us or Duluth or whatever. I was just very happy to see the crowd. I thought it was a great crowd both ways, and with the impending end of the world snowstorm coming, I wasn't sure we'd get any walk-ups, but nice to see a lot of people there, and we're able to see a good game, and hopefully they get to see another one here too.
Cole talked about it for a moment, but there was a lot of patience from the players. Like, instead of sort of just putting pucks on net, it was almost like they stopped and took that second. Is that something you talked about this week or leading into the game?
We did, yeah, and Nicole's goal is a great example of a goal scorer's goal. The patience she had, she pulled that thing laterally and just changed the angle of attack by about 6 inches, and then of course you have to shoot the puck like that, which she's been doing for the last few years for us. But yeah, we just knew we had to. If she could see it, she probably was going to stop it. That was one where she saw and wasn't able to, but we were putting a lot of things at her feet, trying to generate those second and third opportunities. And I thought she again made some great saves there tonight.
When the players even see how well that they played today, do you even have to say much to them going into a game tomorrow with the magnitude of tomorrow?
No, I mean they know everything that will be on the line. regardless of our opponent, and they're just excited. It's really why players come to a program like ours, is to play in big moments and to play at the end of the year, and man, it doesn't get much better than this.
Worst question ever, who do you want to play among?
My son's Pee Wee B1 team, if they're available. How about that? Thanks.
With that, we'll see you when I get home from the snow of the century, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. We are waiting, Coach Kroll and Debbie Hughes and Matty Lee.
Yeah, that's fine.